Keith, you mentioned that the timing of the storm was somewhat fortuitous in that most of the leaves are off the trees. I think the timing of having it come overnight too was not so bad.
Yeah, you know what, Pat? I told you a couple weeks ago how I replaced some windows in my house, and this, you know what I noticed? I didn't hear them rattling last night.
Oh, okay.
Because you know how the older ones do that?
Sure.
Between the two sashes there. So we got that going.
Well, it's a good test then. You know you're doing it right.
Yeah, either that or I was just dead out sleeping. I don't know which one it was, but I don't think it was happening. Yeah, you know, the timing was good, as Pat mentioned. These winds would have been strong enough for big power outages if it were still foliage on the trees. In fact, we saw just a few months ago 40-something miles an hour knocked out a lot of power, and that just wasn't the case this time. So that was good, but we did get up to 61 in Eastport. That's a pretty good gust. Still gusting around 30 miles an hour in a lot of spots. So noticeably breezy, although along the coast where it's breezy, it's also pretty nice out with some sunshine breaking out. A couple of rain and snow showers into the mountains in the last couple of hours. Nothing major, just kind of a little debris precipitation behind it. So you can see where we're seeing some sunshine and slightly warmer temperatures, but even those are just about average for this time of the year. In the mountains, upper 30s to around 40 degrees, which is why we're seeing a mixture of rain and snow showers. That's picked up pretty good on our model. Tonight, it's chilly, but it's not brutally cold. Most of us drop down into the 30s. There will be a couple of 20s out there, but this time of the year, mid-November, you know, there's nothing unusual, of course, of getting down to 34, 35 degrees, even along the coastline. Tomorrow, we'll call it a mixture of sun and clouds, although I think we see more sun along the coastline, more clouds into the mountains. Temperatures in the low 40s, maybe a couple of mid 40s. It gets pretty chilly here on Wednesday, and I think that's our coldest day. I know it is, because even with the sun, temperatures are really going to struggle. This is in the morning, and we're in the teens to start, 20s, even along the coastline. And even with sun in the middle of the day here, it's 30, it's 28, it's 29. We talked before about how the sun angle really isn't all that effectual this time of the year as far as warming us up. So that's the cold air that comes in on Wednesday, but we start to ridge back out late in the week, and that makes me pretty optimistic that we'll at least be in the 50s for the later part of the week and into the early part of the weekend. This is your temperature trend going back up Friday, Saturday. And I think some of us could pop into the upper 50s on Friday if we play our cards just right. There is a chance for a flurry in there on Thursday, milder on Friday and Saturday, as we talked about. And then Sunday is up for grabs at this point. I do think we could see a chance of some rain and snow showers on Sunday afternoon, but that is certainly not set in stone at this time. And we do start to warm up a little bit there Friday and Saturday. So we're not, Pat, going deep into the freezer here, which is something we have to not take for granted in mid-November.
Yeah, we'd rather do that gradually if we can.
Yes.
Thanks, Keith.